How are you doing? I finally figured out how deliveries work, and for gatherers, ain't so bad. Well, now, this claw belonged to quite a large beast, I dare to hope it will yield valuable information on the Samuel. My thanks. Nice. Among the specimens you brought back, one in particular stood out. A claw fragment that resembled that of no known creature out there. This is definitely worth requesting an analyst of the Horatorium. Wait a moment while I fetch their researchers. Allow me to introduce Mayo Lad. He works closely with Yelana, the poor bastard, and analyzes resources for us. But most importantly, he is the researcher I mentioned who claims to have encountered the Samuel. Go on and recount your tale, lad. On that day, I traveled to Armoring with a crew of miners in order to survey an excavation site. We were going about our work when, without warning, a massive shadow fell over us. Startled, we looked up to see what it was, only to find an empty sky. Whatever was there had vanished. It didn't move away, but vanished, shadowy and all. That was no cloud or bird. No, it could only be the ghost of Samuel whispered in morgue legend. Well, my boy, it ill becomes a man of learning to resort to fanciful tales for an explanation. But, here, take a look at this specimen that you recovered, and you'll see that what you encountered was not some ghost of Samuel, but the Samuel itself. This resembles the claw of a lizard, yet there aren't any species nearly so massive in Armoring. Assuming the creature it came from is quadrupled, we can project its height to be, may I hold on to this? I'd like to examine this more closely at the Horatorium. We were about to ask you to do just that. Should you learn anything of interest, be sure to let us know. And there you have it, yo. For now, we have but to wait. In the meantime, perhaps you'd like to acquaint yourself with the other lands and resources they hold. I dare say it would be of interest to a visitor such as you. Feel free to gather as you see fit. You're respectful of nature, I believe, and I won't take more than she can give. Okay. Ah, there you are, my friend. You'll be pleased to hear that Mao has finished his analysis. As we first assumed, the peculiar specimen you recovered comes from no beast we're familiar with. While we don't have conclusive evidence as to the identity of its owner, we're certain that it's a tremendously large creature. A creature not unlike the Samuel. There's just one problem. By the time you found the claw fragment, it had already lain there for several moons. This means that its owner likely left Armoring and the trail is cold. But do not be disheartened. We've practically established the Samuel's existence, and that is a Samuel-sized step in our quest. Moreover, we have promising new information. It comes... Here, come over here. It comes from a sentry at the access and Sor Gate. According to a fellow, he was put out on patrol a few nights ago when he felt a rhythmic tremor. He rounded up his comrade and they set out to investigate. And what should they find? Nothing at all, but nothing at all, not even a lone field mouse. There was just an odd, muggy gust of wind, unnerved by the strangeness of it all. The sentries decided to beat a hasty retreat. Do you smell that, yo? It's the glorious stench of the Samuel right here in Lakeland. Time is of the essence. If we are to track it down to that end, I want you to take to yourself to Solon and look for more evidence of this creature. Not any sort of evidence this time, mind you, but its droppings. The fresher, the better. I know, yo, I know, but it's for a good cause. A steaming, fly-ridden pile of excrement is a veritable repository of knowledge. We just need to be willing to go elbow deep to extract it. So please, gather as much of the brown purgent stuff as you can. I knew I could depend on you. I await your turn with bated breath, lest the stench make me queasy. There's much to be learned from animal droppings, from its identity, diet, to its physical condition. Were that I could do to analyze myself, but I wouldn't dream of depriving Yolana the joy of having one's nose in feces, nor you the joy of looking for it. Off to Solon you go, then. 3, 6, 9, 18. I need 18 animal droppings. Where is Solon? Oh, I'm gonna pause the video. Okay, I got the shit. You'll have to go far to find fresher, plumper droppings. Thank you for these beauties, my friend. I shall see them to Yelana's hands while they're still steaming. Nice. Yo, it saddens me to hear this, but we have no further need of droppings. Even as we speak, Yelana is compiling the results of her preliminary analysis. Let's pay her a visit, shall we? Excellent timing, Chief. I'm ready to present my results. Yo, I wasn't expecting you too. Don't tell me the Chief has roped you into your obsession. I'm doing this willingly. Why, never, Chief. I hope you thanked Yo profusely. Remember, Yo, you don't have to do this. You can stop whenever you like. The Chief is oblivious to the discomfort of others. You have to make it crystal clear when you've had enough, else oblivious she will remain. Right, the results. Through my preliminary analysis of the excrement, I've established that it belongs to no beast we have in our records. There are traces of the shoots of Lakeland's tallest trees, suggesting that the creature possessed a towering stature. That is all I have for now, but I will conduct a deeper analysis in order to learn about the creature's behavior. Well, you're certainly ready and willing when it comes to yo. Excuse me if I'm a little jealous. And you'll excuse me if I'm not wholly fond of those who want to make a nuisance of themselves. Besides, if there's a creature out there that is unknown to us, it's our duty to shed light upon it. Oh, finally having some fun, are we? I knew you'd come around. That's not exactly my motivation. At any rate, I'll be in touch again with the detailed results. Yo, I'm sure the chief will pass the information to you before proceeding to send you off to another errand. Precisely. Until then, my friend, do keep your gathering skills sharp. We will have need of them. Oh, I'm only level 74. What does giving hand do? Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you in a second. Alright, let us continue. Ah, you come at a good time. Even as we speak, Yolana makes her way here with fresh tidings. Apologies for the wait. I've determined more details of the beast we suspect to be Samael. A deeper analysis of the droppings revealed that the creature had consumed vegetation found across all of Norvent. This tells us that what we're dealing with is a migrating herbivore. Furthermore, it swallows pebbles to aid with digestion and consumes mineral-rich soil. Of most interest, however, is the fact that said vegetation was largely composed of plants native to El Meg. Amazing work, Yolana. Thanks to you, we know where to take our search. But Il Meg of all places, that's reckless even by my standards. What? Does the name Il Meg not strike terror into you? Wait, could it be? Rumor has it a dauntless woman recently set foot into that forbidden land. Could that individual be you? Ha, that explains your utter nonchalance at the prospect of facing the Fey menace. Would you be willing to venture into Ilmeg once more for our noble cause? Wonderful, wonderful. For a moment I feared that efforts of Samael's search squad would come to a premature end. But thanks to our brave captain, we may continue our good work. The Samuel Search Squad, you made up such a thing. Aye, Yo is our esteemed captain, while I'm your trusty intelligence officer. You and Mao Lad are both members, of course, though I can promise you to promote you to deputy captain if you prefer. So, Yo, this time we ask that you venture in the area known as Tim Gias in Ilmeg and gather vegetation that the Samuel has fed on. I speak of partially chewed plant parts and the like. Please deliver what you find to the chief. That way, she'll have some actual work to keep her occupied and out of trouble. Chief, I expect you to bring me the specimens without delay. Is that clear? The Samuel is beginning to transcend legend and take real physical shape. I can't wait to see what else we'll learn from the plant sparks you find in Ilmeg. 3, 6, 9, 18. I need 18. Hopefully that was the right stuff, because I truly do not remember. It was. Oh, whatever bit into this ravenous, and my coin is on the Samuel. An excellent find, my friend. I'll deliver it to Yolana at once. Nice. Thanks to you, we have all the specimens we need. Yolana is carrying out her analysis even as we speak. And though she won't admit it, it's plain she's enjoying herself. And small wonder, for we stand on the cusp of making one of the greatest discoveries the animal kingdom has ever seen. Or should that be never seen? While we found ample evidence of the creature's activities, we haven't caught so much as a glimpse of its scaly skin. This in spite of its prodigious size. I don't know how to explain it. We must think on it some more. Oh, okay. Sweet. Yes, this is truly a mystery. We know that the Samuel is out there. It's left plenty of evidence of its passage. So why can't we find it? Chief, we have a problem. Yolana, you should know better than to run at full tilt. You're an academic. You're liable to kill yourself. Never mind me, it's Mao. He's gone off to Ilmake to search for the Samuel. Alone. He's what? The other researchers, they blamed him for putting the idea of Samuel into your head. It's because of you she's chasing some full myth, they jeered. Mao couldn't bear their barbs and, in his anger, he rushed off with little more than the clothes on his back. There's no time to waste. We must find him before he runs afoul of the fairies. But, Chief, what if we run afoul of the fairies? We'll have Yo with us. She has friends among the pixies, isn't that right? I see. Yes, we'd be much assured if you could ask the pixies of Leirdra Loran of Mao's whereabouts. While you see to that, Yolana and I will cast around the entrance. Come and find us after you've made your inquiries. Now then, let us hurry. Hmm? That mortal's your friend, you say? Had I known that, I would have greeted him with a shove in the lake. Fucking hate pixies. Alright. What? A mortal came here to play. Nobody told me that. That's not fair. I'm so bored. I want to play with him too. The man with the big ears. Oh yes, I know the one. Was chasing him as a matter of fact. Unfortunately, I lost sight of him west of the lake. If I see him again, I'll turn him into a cute leaf man. Oh, where are you, Mao? There you are. Were you able to learn anything about Mao's whereabouts? Truly, thank you, Yo. We could never have located him without your help. Come, let us make haste to Log Mere Lake. Quickly and quietly does it. He's safe, thank goodness. It's a miracle he managed to come this far unharmed. What were you thinking, lad? You could have been killed. Or worse. Oh, yo, I'm so sorry for all the trouble. And so you should be. The chief alone is enough of a handful. I can't chase you down as well. But the others, they spoke ill of the chief. I couldn't just stand by and take it. I know it was reckless of me to come out here alone, but thanks to that, I was able to find an actual part of the Samuel. There's just one problem. In my haste, I forgot my tools. Yo, you seem to have yours. Could you do the collecting in my stead? Lest you wonder, it's shred of scaly skin. I spotted it in this area. Tim and Gias, after noticing rub marks on the trees and rocks. Oh, I see. So, did you find the shred of skin? Well, it's a little on the shrivel side. This is indeed skin from the creature. It was likely molting. A molting creature. That's one more thing we know about it. I can't wait to see what else this specimen can tell us. Oh shit. It's a fucking dinosaur. The Samuel. It's behind you. I don't see anything. Me neither. That's odd. It was there just a moment ago, and its shape, I swear it matches that of the shadow I saw in a meringue. I don't know how, but it literally disappeared in the blink of an eye. Yo, you saw it too, didn't you? It wasn't just my imagination. Truly, it was right there and I missed it. Gah, of all the rotten luck. Tell me, what did it look like? Was it color, smell, size? Chief, perhaps we should save the questions for after we leave this place. Even with Yo, it may not be entirely safe for us here. Yes, you have the right of it. It wouldn't do to have the fairies get their hands on our precious specimen. Come, let us return to the Crystarium. Well, that certainly was a harrowing outing, but it wasn't without fruit. In the form of a piece of Samuel itself, to feel the scaly texture in my hands and breathe in its mysterious smell. Pure bliss, I tell you. Alas, Yelena snatched it from me before I could have a little taste. Well, for now, we'll just have to leave her to her task. I'm sure she'll have new information for us before long, so do not wander far. Nice. Okay. I'll be right back. Do do do. Okay, I unlocked the next thing. Let's go. Ah, yo. I was hoping you would come by. I have a favor to ask of you. I've been pondering the recent episode in El Meg where the Samuel vanished as suddenly as it appeared. However, it managed to do that. I believe that is the key to its elusiveness. While I still have my theories, the little shred of skin you found us isn't enough to draw a decisive conclusion. To wit, we need more specimens, yo. As many as you can find. So, based on your and Mao Lad's accounts, we can confirm that the creature is akin to a lizard, albeit massive. From this, we may assume that it sheds its skin by rubbing off the outer layer a little at a time. Having accomplished this exhausting task, it then gorges on food to regain its strength. Combining the consumption with our knowledge that the creature migrates in search of lush vegetation, we can ascertain we're most likely to find its skin. That is Raktika, the luscious forest in Norvent. If I were Samuel looking to have a feast, that is where I would take myself. Capable of captain as you are, even the secluded domain of the bees ought to pose no obstacle to you. And this brings us to your next task. Set forth to Raktika, my friend, for the blind forest of Yamja, and gather this Samuel's skin. Through this skin the creature has shed with, we will shed light on the creature. Ah, to behold this Samuel with my own eyes. The skin, my friend, you must bring us more shreds of this creature's skin from blind forests of the Ekmaja and Rakjika. Megafauna trace. Okay. Blessed night, I asked for Shrites' skin, but you brought me a veritable tapestry. This will tell us many a tale about its owner. Nice. My thanks for gathering these specimens, yo. I'm pleased to see that Samuel was indeed shedding its skin in Rakhtija. Now, based on a cursory inspection, Yelana believes that all specimens probably came from the same creature. This worries me, yo. What if this proves to be the last surviving creature? Of course, it may be that the beasts are solitary in nature. It may be that Yelana is mistaken. But it avails us not to worry about such things at this time. For now we can but wait for the results of the analysis. Ah ha ha ha. Ah, truly the Samuel is a mystery among mysteries. I won't rest until I know everything about it. Are you with me, yo? But of course you are. Behind the icy continents, your heart burns to uncover the truth. Now tell me, my inimitable captain, why do you think the Samuel is so elusive? No need to overthink it. Say whatever comes to mind. Can change its size, or it's like a fairy. Can change its size. Can change its size, you say? We've assumed that Samuel is a massive beast, but it may behoove us to step back and reconsider that notion. Thank you, my friend. That gives us much to mull over. I'll be certain to share your theory with Yolana and her colleagues. You never know. It could well be the spark that illuminates the mystery. And now that we have so many shreds of skin, surely you'll be spared. Yes, just a little taste. Surely one can be spared. Sacrilegious. Oh, fine then. I won't eat it. Yet, can't hurt once Yelena's done with them, right? Speaking of which, I should deliver them to her. Rest assured, I'll keep you appraised of any developments. Mark my words, yo. Next time we will find the Samuel and it will be glorious. See that you keep your tools honed and your steps spry. Just money and materia. Okay. Alright. I'll be back in a second. Okay. I'm level 80 now. Let's do this. You're here. Good. Now we may set forth. Chief, I believe it's customary to tell people where they're going and why. Permit me, yo. Based on my analysis of the skin, we've identified the Samuel's primary habitat. There are traces of salt, you see, and I surmise that, for reasons yet unknown to us, this particular creature has made a journey across the seas. The question then is, whence did it come? It did not take long to determine that Kalusia is the only location where made it suitable to sustaining megafauna. What's more, we understand now, my friend. We understand how the Samuel has managed to elude us for so long. Again, the secret lies in the skin. It contains the self-same matter that makes up crystals, formed in such a way as to resemble glamour prisms. Hailing from the Exarch's homeland, these marvelous objects can be used to cast illusions. Illusions, yo. To conceal something of that size takes a prodigious amount of magic, truly. The Samuel is an amazing beast. So the plan is to find their habitat and dispel their illusion. For this, we'll need to prepare a special powder, whose main ingredient happens to also be found in Kalusia. How very neat. I'll show you the details after we arrive at our destination, the mountainous, rocky part of Kalusia aptly named Scree. Come, we have a meeting with the Samuel. So this is where they live. They might even be one standing right over our heads right now and we wouldn't realize. Without the specimen you recovered for us, we never would have learned that the Samuel came from across the seas. So, the main ingredient I mentioned before is a substance called black aether sand, and it can be found in this area. If you can gather this stuff for me, I will use it to prepare the dispelling powder. In the meantime, we'll search the area for Samuel's domain. I'm coming for you, my pretty. So how fares the search? Do you have the black aether sand for me? Yes, this is sufficiently pure stuff, and an ample amount of it besides. I'll prepare the dispelling powder at once. It's ready. I must say, I never thought this the little bit of alchemy I dabbled in would ever come in handy. Of course, I couldn't have made it all without the fine ingredients you brought me, you know? During your short time with us, you've proven yourself eminently capable, and we could use someone like you in our facet. Might you be persuaded to officially join our ranks? Sure, why not? Oh, you would? Truth be told, I didn't actually expect you to accept. And while your answer makes my day, I wouldn't dream of claiming you all for myself. I'm liable to make lots of enemies. It's no secret that you're a woman in demand, always running to and fro, helping this person and that. Yet you manage to spare the time for us. It's more than we deserve, and we're truly grateful. But come, we have work to do. We believe the Samuel is nearby, and I want you to do the honors. Release the powder from yonder vantage point, and all shall be revealed. There. Ah, amazing. They're even bigger than I thought. They truly exist. You were right, Chief. You were right all along. Of course I was, but even I wasn't expecting to find an entire herd, and with young besides. This island must be their sanctuary, away from the volatility of the mainland. Curious that the herd can function without seeing one another. They must have some means of communication, be it cries inaudible to our ears, perhaps. Assuming they ordinarily remain hidden, why do you suppose the creature in Ilmeg showed itself to us? Huh, a good question. This is merely a hypothesis, but that beast, I believe, was smitten. Smitten? In the midst of courtship, in other words. In order to win over a female, I imagine that it must exhibit itself, show that it is healthy and strong. So it engages in reckless acts to gain the attention of the opposite sex, just like people. Wait, does that mean that there was another Samuel nearby at the time? And what do you suppose they do when they're mating? Would they reveal themselves as well? Another good question. Considering their massive frames, perhaps they take to the water. But whatever the answer is, rest assured we'll find it soon enough, along with many others. Finding the Samuel is only the beginning, my friends. Exciting days of study and research await us. Oh dear, it seems we've been noticed. We should give them some space. Animals with young can be unpredictable, and it would be an impediment to our work were they to grow wary of us. Come, my friends, let's return to the Crystarium. I dare say we've achieved enough for one day. the scene has changed. To behold the Samuel in the flesh was moving beyond words. Were it not for you, we may well have remained ignorant of their existence. The little ones were adorable, were they not? I hope they'll grow up to be big and strong. Brief though it was, I'll never forget my first sight of the Samuel. I can't wait to begin our study on the creature in earnest. Study is all well and good, Chief, but I'll remind you not to neglect your other duties at the facet. Yes, I know. Well, Yolana, judging by your own excitement, it seems you enjoy it no less than any of us. Of course I enjoy it. It's not often one gets the chance to study such an ancient life form. There's so much we stand to learn from their metabolism to their behavior, to their society. When light swallowed up the world, it not only decimated innumerable species outright, it wreaked havoc on the balance of nature, which led to the extinction of yet more species. Thus to say, all life that has survived is a miracle, yo. Yours, mine, and of course, the Samuels. I was born after the flood, like most folk. We know only what exists now, and little and less of what came before. But I believe that one day life will return to where light now rules. That the world will return to the way it once was. And so I labor to conserve the precious resources we still have. For the lives that will blossom on their morrow will arise from the seeds of today. We'll study the Samuel and protect their habitat that they might still roam these lands in 1,000 years and beyond. Of course, we can't do this without Yolana and Mao and their brilliant minds. Already trying to foist more work on us, I see. But against my better judgment, you have my cooperation, Chief. After all, without me keeping watch, you'd go off gallivanting again, given half a chance. You can count on me as well. I, for one, am keen to see what other mysteries can be attributed to this Samuel. Well, yo, under your fine leadership, the Samuel Search Squad has fulfilled its purpose. Sad though it is, it's time for us to disband. I don't doubt that you'll remain busy with your myriad other pursuits, but I hope you won't forget about us. Should you come in not of interest on your adventures, be sure to let me know so I can sneak off to find it. Greetings, my friend. How fare you? Found any rare and interesting specimens lately? I'd love nothing more than to be out and about like you, but I'm resigned to behaving myself for a while. It's all fun and games if Ilana alone is annoyed, but Catalyst is another matter. Her, you do not want to anger. Alright, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Took me a while to make. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you in the next thing. Whatever that might be. Peace.